YouTube, what's going on? It's Rob with Spray or Splash Fragrance Reviews, back with another video. I picked up quite a few fragrances and I just want to bring you guys up to speed on some of my latest acquisitions. If you're interested in finding out what those fragrances are, please stay tuned. All right, so basically this video is just me showing you the fragrances I've acquired over the last month and a half. It's not necessarily a haul video. I haven't had the time to really do individual videos as of late, so I kind of wanted to just wait and do this video in one shot. So these are some of the fragrances that I had been looking to pick up. A couple are brand new releases. Not going to be a lot of detail because, again, this is more like a first impressions type thing, but just wanted to share this with you guys. So first up, from the house of Atelier d'Ors, is Riviera Sunrise. All right, this is obviously a summer release. Looking at the bottle, they're fragrances that have this blue bottle, white top. These are for the warmer weather. This is a fragrance that is about the mandarin orange. It's got lemon, it's got basil, it's got musk, it's got vetiver. Really nice, truly unisex. I think that the fragrance will kind of take on the wearer, meaning if a female is wearing this fragrance, I think some of the lighter, components are going to come out. Some of the sweeter components are going to come out. A man is wearing it, I think that the vetiver is going to shine a little bit more, etc. Haven't really had the opportunity to test it and tell you about performance, but this is a bright, uplifting type fragrance. And, hopefully in the future I'll get a chance to speak on this fragrance in more detail. But again, from the house of Atelier d'Ors, this is Riviera Sunrise. Another acquisition from the house of Olfactive Studio. This is Still Life. This fragrance is all about the yuzu and the elemi. It's kind of got a rindy feel to it. The yuzu kind of gives it like this piney backbone. It's going to be a great one for the warmer weather. Has like an aromatic feel to it. It's also fresh and citrusy. Kind of surprised this one hasn't been talked about a whole lot. I mean, it's an older release. When Olfactive Studio hit, I wasn't really checking for those guys too much. But I know now in looking at, older videos, people were talking about them, but this particular fragrance never really caught on. I think it's really nice though. So again, from the house of Olfactive Studio, this is Still Life. Just got this one in the mail. This is from the house of DS and Durga. This is Debaser. All I can tell you about this fragrance is that it's a fig-based fragrance. I sprayed it on skin once. It smells amazing. It's not exactly like some of my other fig fragrances like Philosophico and a few other ones. It's about the fig, but it seems like it's got a little bit more heft to it. It appears like this is going to be a fragrance that actually has a little more longevity, a little more projection than some of my other fig fragrances. When I sprayed it on skin, it was solid on skin for like 4+ hours, and I felt like it was still projecting. So I haven't given it a full wearing, but this seems like this is going to be a fig fragrance that's going to be able to stand up in the heat. I can't confirm that. Again, I haven't tested it, but that's the way it appears. This is a 1.7 ounce bottle. I got this for about 98 bucks. Free shipping. I bought this one on eBay. Again, from the house of DS and Durga. This is Debaser. Another release from the house of DS and Durga. This is Pistachio, and this is a brand new pickup for me. I just got this one within the last week. This fragrance is all about pistachio, cardamom, almond, and a vanilla cream accord. It's mostly roasted pistachio throughout the life of the fragrance. Towards the dry down, you get a little bit of that vanilla cream, and you can get a little bit of the cardamom because it takes on a slightly powdery feel. But it's mostly about the roasted pistachio, and that's again what you get throughout the life of the fragrance. It's a warm feeling fragrance, but it's a fragrance for the cooler weather. I've got to spend more time with this particular fragrance to tell you more about it. It is a little different because you don't really get a lot of fragrances that have pistachio as the main accord in a fragrance, and it to be a roasted pistachio. So it's original in that way. It's not going to be one for everyone, but I think it's going to be for those who like something that's a little more interesting. So it's one worth checking out for sure. I would recommend getting a sample on this one. Again, from the house of DS and Durga, this is Pistachio. An extremely well put together release. Latest release from the house of Zaharoff, this is Leather to Bach. This is for leather lovers, not for those who kind of sort of like leather. This is the most progressive fragrance that they have released to date. It is a masculine, oily, rough and tumble leather that has tobacco leaf just under the surface. I didn't need to do a lot of testing with this fragrance. I knew it was a hit as soon as I smelled it and sprayed it. 2 to 3 sprays is all you need. You don't need more than that. Borderline, going a little, you're doing too much if you spray more than 3 sprays, in my humble opinion. Do what you want, but I wouldn't do more than 3 sprays. I've got the 2.0 bottle. I didn't need the 3.4 ounce bottle. I think this is going to last me for a while as it's so potent. And again, this is the most progressive, interesting release from the house of Zaharoff. They've put out some gems. That's nothing against any of the prior fragrances or any of the Z Creators fragrances, but this fragrance to me is just it. This is it right here. So again, from the house of Zaharoff, this is Leather to Bach. Last but not least, another fragrance from the house of Olfactive Studio. This is Ombre Indigo. You look at the juice, you think this is a blue fragrance, and you look at the note listing and you'll see ambergris and you'll think definitely blue fragrance. It's got that salty ambergris accord, but it's almost like you smell that and that's it. That's about as blue as it gets. Then it turns into this incense fragrance that's also got other things going on. It's got musk and it's got plum, it's got vetiver. This is an extremely interesting fragrance. I got the older bottle because I did read a lot of reviews before I made this purchase, and a lot of folks said that the newer bottle, which has the name etched in the glass, does not have the same performance as the original. I can't speak to the truth of that. I didn't want to take any chances, so I did a search and found the older bottle. This stuff is amazing, and in my humble opinion, with my limited time with this fragrance, I think that this is a great release, and I'm so excited to have it in my collection. I got this one for about $120. Prices vary, but in searching for an older bottle, I got it for about $120. I'm going to definitely do a more in-depth review of this fragrance, but I'm just so happy to have it. Guys, those are some of the fragrances that I picked up as of late. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these fragrances. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I do appreciate your time. Until next time, later.